If you're a singer over 50, your warm-up needs to work differently than it did when you were younger. Most of the warm-ups out there, even the good ones, they weren't built for what your voice is dealing with right now. I'm going to give you 3 of the biggest mistakes I see mature singers making with their warm-ups and what to do instead. Now, these aren't beginner mistakes. These are traps that experienced singers can fall into because the advice they're following was designed for a younger instrument. Let's go through them. Number 1, and this is a big one, is relaxation. Yeah, you've heard it 1,000 times. Relax your voice, relax your jaw, relax your throat. And you've probably said it to yourself thousands of times more. And here's the thing. Relaxation isn't wrong. Your voice has always been about balance. Some things need to let go, others need to engage and work, and that hasn't changed. What's changed is where you're starting from. At 25, the muscles in the throat, your soft palate, your breath support, they engaged more easily on their own. They had tone, they had strength. So when a teacher said relax, what they really meant was let go of the stuff that shouldn't be there, because the active engagement was already happening. But at 60, these structures have lost some of that automatic tone. They're weaker. They are stiffer and they don't fire as fast. So when the cue is relax, well, there's nothing left holding the voice up. And what comes out is often breathy, it's weak, it's dull, the voice falls apart, which obviously is not the goal. So try this. We'll sing an ah vowel and just let everything go. Ah, ah. I'm really exaggerating, yeah? But now we're going to do the same pitch, but we're going to release where we don't want tension, right? We don't want it in our shoulders, the back of the neck. We don't want it in our jaw. But we want to actively engage what supports the voice. Lift your soft palate. I mean, really lift it. Let your tongue sit a little forward. Feel your lower belly connect. And let's do this on ba. And we shall say, ba, 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 ba. You're engaged. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. There's more intensity in the voice. That's the balance working. You're releasing and engaging. You're not just releasing. In the aging voice, we're fighting 3 things: weakness in the supporting muscles, stiffness in the tissue, and slower signals from the brain to those muscles. Just relax doesn't help with any of those. Active engagement does. So the first mistake isn't using the word relax. It's stopping there. Release where the body wants to grip. Engage where the body has gone quiet. That's what I call engaged ease, and that's the target. Mistake number 2 is drinking some water and calling your voice hydrated. Water's necessary. Obviously, I'm not telling you to stop drinking water, but a glass of water 10 minutes before you sing is not hydrating your vocal folds. The water goes to your stomach, into your bloodstream, through your kidneys, and hours later, a small amount reaches the surface of your vocal folds. Hours, not minutes. The hydration that matters for singing is 2 things. Systemic. Yes, drink water throughout the day, and topical. Actual moisture on the surface of the folds. This is a mesh nebulizer, and I have 0.9% saline solution in here, or isotonic solution. And the particle size is fine enough to actually reach your vocal folds and be absorbed. You do this for 5 to 10 minutes before you sing, and you're preparing the instrument. You're getting moisture and hydration right on the folds. And this is why this matters more after 50. The mucosal lining on your vocal folds, the outer moisture layer, it thins with age and you produce less natural lubrication. And medications many of us are on at this stage, blood pressure meds, antihistamines, reflux medications, they pull moisture out of the tissue. Your voice is drier than it was at 30, and drinking water alone won't close the gap fast enough. So if you feel that thick mucus interrupting your voice when you start to sing, that's your folds telling you they need moisture. And you can fix it in just minutes with one of these. It's topical hydration in addition to your drinking water, not instead of. With these, I get generic brands. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Just look for a portable mesh nebulizer. I like to get the ones that are rechargeable. And the saline solution comes in these sterilized tubes. Do not make your own, because everything that goes in here is going to go into your lungs. Third mistake, and this is the one I see holding singers back the most. You're using a warm-up that was built for someone else's voice. There are great warm-ups on YouTube, but most warm-ups, they're general. They're designed to get a voice moving. And for a 25-year-old with no specific issues, that's enough. But after 50, most of us have specific issues, and the warm-up you need depends on the ones you're dealing with. If your chest voice has gotten thin and breathy, that's a fold closure problem. You need exercises that build this closure. More bratty sounds, working on onsets, go, 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 vocalizing through voice straws with the right back pressure. And if your high notes have disappeared, you need to stretch the CT muscle. That's the muscle that thins and lengthens the folds for higher pitch. So sirens, slides, woo, work into your upper range. If your voice shakes, and I have been very open with the fact that I have an essential vocal tremor. That's a neurological issue that has shown up with aging. And so if I don't work at my voice will do this. So that is something I need to do specific work for. Perhaps your vibrato has turned into more of a wobble. Ooh. For all of this, we need stability work, sustained tones, focused control, exercises that strengthen the vocal tract. And a general warm-up doesn't target any of these. It gets things moving, and getting things moving is great, but it's not a plan. Here's what I want you to think about. What has specifically changed about your voice? And how does your current warm-up address that specific change? If you can't answer that, your warm-up is more of a habit, not a strategy. And at this stage, you need a strategy. So, 3 mistakes. Over-relaxing when you should be actively engaging. Drinking water and calling it vocal hydration. And warming up without a plan for what your voice actually needs. If you fix those 3, you'll get so much more out of your warm-up and practice time. And if you want to go deeper on reclaiming and revitalizing your mature voice, you can get a free PDF download of my best-selling book, The Mature Singer's Guidebook. The link is in the description. If you want to follow along with a warm-up built specifically for singers over 50, I've got one right here. Go ahead and click on that. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next video for singers over 50. And until next time, to better singing. We'll talk soon.